we have a lot of our friends afraid of a little rain. I don't know, little 100-mile-an-hour winds. Come on, suck it up. Welcome to Maryland Realtors 2023 inaugural and Industry Awards celebration. Bars now closed, fear not. Reopen immediately after the ceremonies. And I know some of you are out of tickets already, but that's okay. You should have paced yourself, should have thought of that a little bit. Oh yeah, I'm Chuck Caskey, Maryland Realtors CEO, and it is such a pleasure to be here. You don't mean it. It's okay, it's okay. I am just ecstatic because for the second year in a row, and I'm pretty sure this is unprecedented, I get to say, welcome to Barman, hon! I've been practicing that. Did I do okay, Sherry? Is that with my phone? Anyway, I'm just really here to welcome our Mistress of Ceremonies, and it really is a pleasure. I just met her a little while ago, but I did a little bit of research, and I found out that she's a veteran radio personality, affectionately known as Mistress, Queen of the Midday.
I like that.
And I'm pretty sure you'll know why in a minute. So please welcome to the stage, Tristina Grant.
Why, I thank you, King of Maryland Realtors. Wasn't that apropos? Yes, it's a pleasure to be here. Just for one moment, I want you all to stop, look around, like Chuck said, look around, and listen. Do you all know where you are? Do you really know where you are?
Yeah.
How did you feel when you entered? Did you feel like a star? I'll ask you, did you really know where you are? Lights, camera, action, red carpet, Hollywood and Baltimore, yeah! Because you all are stars. Hey, wait. Do you smell that? Do you taste that? I don't know about you, but I'm smelling the taste of success in this room. Give yourselves a round of applause. It's an honor, and I really thank from the bottom of my heart. I thank you, Yolanda Muckle, and also Craig Muckle, my hometown dude, both from Connecticut. Thank you so much for extending the invitation. It's an honor and a pleasure to be the Mistress of Ceremony. This is a monumental occasion, and couldn't be more proud of you as the incoming president, 75th president. Not only that, proud of all of you. Give yourselves a round of applause, all of the officers and directors and award recipients this evening. You worked hard, right? Come on, we can do better than that. Give yourselves a round of applause. I mean, we're talking, in the midst of a pandemic coming out of it, you still stayed strong and steadfast to your mission. So again, I want you to make some noise. Say, yeah, we did. Yes. So, again, we welcome you, Maryland Realtors inaugural Gala and Awards ceremony. And with no further ado, I would like for you to kindly rise, and I invite Michelle Madison and Christopher Muckle up to the podium for the Pledge of Allegiance. And stay standing after that for the Star Spangled Banner, sung by Pearl Murphy DeCray, who I had the pleasure of meeting a little while ago. As they make their way to the stage, she says she is so overwhelmed with being here and so extremely proud of her longtime friend and former associate, Yolanda Muckle. She said she is definitely honored to sing the national anthem. So at this time, Michelle Madison and Christopher Muckle, I'm sure you probably know, they are the beautiful children of Yolanda Muckle and Craig Muckle.
Right hand over heart. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Wow, that was beautiful. As I was coming on the stage, I heard someone behind me say that was flawless, and it really was. Another round of applause for Pearl Murphy Ray doing that amazing song singing. And also to the children, the Muckle children. Let's give them a round of applause. Michelle Madison and Christopher. And also, I want to give a shout out to Chris Style. You held the music down and the singing as it led to this part of the ceremony. And right now, okay, you all are seated. At this time, we're going to acknowledge a very important part of the ceremony, and that is acknowledging the blessing. So at this time, it gives me great pleasure joining me to the stage, welcoming Dwayne B. Hoover, Executive Minister of Largo Community College Church, to deliver the invocation.
So let us bow. Lord God Almighty, we ask your blessing to be upon this gala. We ask your blessing to be upon every realtor, every agent, every support person that's here, dear Lord, as they make dreams come true, but more importantly, make necessities of homes available. We ask that you bless each and every one of them when they show the homes, dear Lord, when they sell the homes, when they help individuals purchase homes, dear Heavenly Father. But we ask that you bless this celebration tonight. We ask that you bless Michelle, Madison, Christopher, Craig, the Muckle family, dear Lord. We ask a special blessing over the 75th president of the American Realtors, Yolanda Muckle, dear Heavenly Father. Again, we ask that you bless this celebration and let it be just that, a celebration, and bless all of the award recipients this evening. We ask these things in your mighty and wonderful name. Amen.
Amen. Thank you so much, and amen. And I just want to say, I just can't help. Purple is such a beautiful color. You know, it's a reflection of it's a heavenly color. And Mr. and Mrs. Craig and Yolanda Muckle, you both look absolutely fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. Can you stand up real quick and just look at the audience real quick? Just show off. Just show off. Yes. Absolutely gorgeous. Yes.
I convinced him to wear purple.
You convinced him to wear purple? Oh, let's applaud. Well, you know,
All purple.
all
I
purple.
do own plenty of purple, but this is like all purple.
You own plenty of
Yes.
purple. He
And
said
doesn't
this
he
is
look
all
good
purple.
in all
Yes, they look
purple?
great, don't they? Amazing. And all of you look absolutely amazing as well. And I have to say, I don't know if you also dressed your children, but man, from head to toe, they are absolutely looking fabulous as well.
They surprised me.
They surprised you?
I saw them for the first time.
You saw them, so you had no idea what they were wearing? Well, you know what? I guess it runs in the family. It's in the blood. It's in the Muckle blood. All right. Thank you. So we're going to continue right now. And we're going to begin with a special thank you to the sponsors for their support of our event this evening. And we can hold the applause until after. Of course, they're worthy of a strong applause after. Bright MLS, Long and Foster Real Estate, Prince George's County Association, Eastern Title, Red Carpet Home Inspections. Test my vision. No. Greater Baltimore Board, Prime Title, Prosperity Home Mortgage, Fitzgerald Financial, House Liens, and Cinch Home Services. Let's give them a strong round of applause. You know, all the sponsors, it's with such deep appreciation and so grateful for your support, your generous support this evening. So tonight is the night we install the 2023 slate of officers and directors and president, as well as the industry awards. Are you ready?
Yes!
Okay, but first, I'd like to introduce our guests seated in the front rows. Please hold your applause until the end. And if I say your name and you're not in the front row and you're like, welcome to the front, that's okay. You can still stand and we'll still acknowledge you. Because you probably say, wait, I was supposed to sit in the front, why am I way down here? It's okay, we're rolling with it tonight. So, we're going to acknowledge Craig Wolf, hold the applause until later. Craig Wolf, 2022 President. Yolanda Muckle, our 2023 President. Her husband, Craig. Dee Dee Miller, 2022 immediate former President. Chris Hill, 2022 Secretary. Chris Jett, 2022 and 2023 Treasurer. Chuck Caskey, Maryland Realtors CEO. His wife, Sherry. Cheryl Abrams Davis, 2023 Secretary, and her husband, Johnny. Now, let them all stand and let's give them a round of applause. Everyone's name that I just mentioned. Yes. So, we have a few former Maryland Realtors, presidents that are here this evening. I would definitely love to acknowledge them. We all would, of course. Will you please stand and be recognized? All of the former Maryland Realtors presidents. Are you in the building? Where are you? Yes. Yes. Wow. Okay, so at this time, I would like to bring Craig Wolf back to the stage to present this year's, or come to the stage, I should say, this year's awards. Thank you.
She was taking the book, I wasn't going to do anything. It says here, I'm supposed to tell you who I am, but I think you know that by now. So the Realtor of the Year Award is the first award that we're going to do. The Roddy, as is often referred to, has a feeling of an Oscar award, but it's so much more than an Oscar. Whereas the Oscar celebrates one movie or one actor, the Roddy looks at a body of work that the member has performed. The road to the Roddy begins at the local board. It's here that the person is nominated with the recognition that this person is providing continuous, dedicated service to enhance the qualities of the profession. Each local board evaluates their candidates and sets the criteria that focuses on the involvement and the accomplishments in real estate and local and state realtor associations. When our local boards decide on the Roddy winners, their names of these outstanding individuals move to the state level. At Maryland Realtors, we assemble a Roddy committee made up of past Roddy winners and is chaired by the recent Roddy winner. As past winners, they have a unique ability to examine the qualifications of each candidate to support the one candidate who rises to the top to become Maryland Realtor of the Year. It's a straight line that runs from the local board to the Maryland Realtors to the national level, which has been celebrating State Realtors of the Year since 1956. Realtor excellence is a long-standing tradition. We've had 14 local boards nominations this year, so now please join me in congratulating our 14 local winners. Please join me on stage. I'm not sure where, but please
Maybe in
tell
front.
me where. Please join me up here somewhere when I call your name. And please hold your applause until the end. Mary Groban, Anne Arundel County. Sheila Williams, Greater Baltimore. Kevin Waterman, Bay Area. Yvette Rippion, Carroll County. Paula Gilly, Cecil County. Austin Whitehead, Coastal. Terry LaScala, Frederick. Tara Crawford, Garrett County. George Hall, Harford County. Cassandra Dorsey, Howard County. Judith Germain, Midshore Board. Shelby Deal, Henmar. Melanie Gamble, Prince George's. And Greg Cantuck, Southern Maryland. Congratulations to our local winners. Are we all here? It's my honor to announce the 2022 statewide Realtor of the Year, our award winner, who will advance to the National Realtor of the Year Selection Committee. Please join me in recognizing this outstanding individual who most recently served as former president of Anne Arundel County Association. You think you know who it is? I'm speaking of none other than Mary Groban. Congratulations, Mary. This is pretty cool. Mary is currently on a Mediterranean cruise. Here to accept her award is her daughter, Heather Edmonds. Heather, please come forward.
I'm okay.
Oh, there you are.
I'm coming. That's her daughter. Yeah. Thank you. I got it. Oh, you could have made it on a cruise. Well, let's all be jealous that she's touring Greece right now in nice 85-degree weather and we're freezing. I'm very proud of my mother. She is an amazing woman. She is my role model. She brought me into this industry about 20 years ago. There's nothing negative to say about her. She's a heart of gold, and I'm very proud of her, and I thank everybody for nominating my mother and giving her this award. And I'm glad I'm here tonight to give it to her.
Okay. Have a seat. Thank you, Heather. The next time you do these, don't put in green the ink over top because I cannot see a word of it. Just for the photos, okay? Okay. Next, I have the honor of giving out the President's Award. Is given to a Realtor who has a history of exemplary leadership and commitment in their volunteer work with Maryland Realtors. Our recipient this year is Tom Dreschler. Tom could not be here, so I will be accepting his award. I always want to say that. Tom couldn't be here tonight. He's on a family event. I certainly wish he would, but I think he'll be surprised and pleased. Let me tell you a little bit about Tom. Tom is an attorney with Sage Title in Towson. And for the last number of years, Tom and Al Ingram and I have dinner together. And we solve all the problems in the industry, and we have some fun. We might have a cocktail or two. And it's just a nice, wonderful routine. Well, for years, Tom has been complaining about the Maryland contract. And as an attorney, does a lot of settlements. He just talks about how it needs to be redone. So when I was getting ready to put my plans together as president, I called Tom and I said, Tom, you've been complaining about the contract. And he said, yeah. And I said, well, now you have a chance to do something about it. You can either put up or you can shut up. And I said, what do you want to do? He said, well, can I have a night to think about it? And I knew if he thought about it, he was going to have to do it. So Tom chaired this wonderful committee, this wonderful task force of some amazing people that put together the new contract that we'll be using starting tomorrow. So thank you, Tom. Thank you for taking this role and leading the efforts, and congratulations on your award. I'll now present the Shining Star Award. The Shining Star Award recognizes a Realtor who has demonstrated outstanding commitment to our programs and activities. The Realtor member was nominated from her Conference and Events Program Advisory Committee. Her support and guidance with the conference has been invaluable. Through her leadership, the committee was able to reimagine the conference the first year back after COVID, always keeping the focus on the Realtors' professional development and engagement through networking. Then, when it was her year to lead the conference, COVID took that opportunity away. Nevertheless, her efforts helped to change the nature of the conference post-pandemic, and she should be celebrated. I am very pleased to present the 2022 Shining Star Award to Vicky Barman of the Coastal Association of Realtors. As we understand, many of our coastal friends are not here tonight due to the storm, and we will be accepting the award on her behalf. I also do want to point out, this is kind of awkward, but I do want to point out that the committee also wanted to nominate Vicky's vice chair, Allison Delzampo. Well, we can only have one, but Allison, you certainly do recognize all the work that you did. Something that's personally gratifying is to witness how our members and local boards build their areas through charitable action and community service. The investments made in time, sweat equity, and in money are the things that help make the community strong. The William J. Neary Community Action and Realtor Excellence Award, known as the CARE Award, recognizes the achievements of the local board has enjoyed in community service and charitable action. It recognizes these boards' investments by making an investment in the board's charitable actions. Bill Neary was Maryland Realtors President in 2002 and a champion of the CARE Award, which is why the award bears his name. $18,000 will be split between two local boards, a large board and a small board. The money is going to the charitable efforts identified by each winning board. The 6 large board associations nominated for the annual CARE Award are Anne Arundel County, Coastal, Frederick, Howard, Prince George's, and Southern Maryland. Join me in congratulating our large board 2022 CARE Award winner, the Howard County Association. Will Sarah Rain and Sarah Anderson please come forward to accept the award on behalf of Howard County? They're a little wobbly.
They are a little wobbly. Very wobbly.
Okay, I don't know what to say, but thanks for the Shining Star word thing. But thank you for this award. Sorry, I was not expecting this, but sort of. Our board started as just a committee years ago, probably like 15 years ago. And we would do an event every once in a while. One of the first things we did was we started this basket drive-in. I think the first year we did like 40 baskets. And thanks to our board, especially Donna Weaver, who's not here, last year, we formed into a 501c3 the last 2 years, but last year we did over 450 baskets to our community, so that's awesome. And just a little plug, we're having a chili cook-off on November 1st in Howard County to raise money for HR Cares, and we provide funding to all organizations throughout the state, really throughout our county, and help them. So thank you. And Sarah.
County Board. Will Natalie Goldsmith please come forward to accept the award on behalf of Cecil County Board?
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you.
They're fighting over the mic.
Fight over the mic?
I don't think we had planned on having anything to say tonight. We're very excited though. We have a wonderful care committee at Cecil County. We put in a lot of time and energy. There's like, for a small board, we have like 15 people on our committee, and they're constantly doing something. November 2nd, we're having our 3rd or 4th kickball tournament, and we always make a lot of money through that, and we usually give it to 2 different associations within our county. So for us to have a kickball tournament and everybody has so much fun, that's probably our biggest event of the year. So we thank you so much. We're very excited about this award.
We will also be recognizing one winner for the Community Service Award. This award recognizes that unique member who understands and acts upon the importance of community involvement, philanthropy, and volunteering, while also remaining active in real organizations at the local, state, and possibly national level. This honoree generously contributes his time, talents, and personal contributions to many organizations, including Atlantic General Hospital Campaign, Coastal Hospice. He is the current chair of the Junior Achievement of the Eastern Shore, current vice president of Ocean City Development Corporation. He assisted in establishing the Coastal Life Cares Foundation, which supports many local organizations. I am pleased to announce our 2022 Realtor Community Service Award winner is Joe Wilson of the Coastal Association. I think Joe might be on that cruise, but he was not able to attend this evening, so we'll be accepting the award on Joe's behalf.
He has a new baby. He has a new baby.
He has a new baby. Oh, Austin's here.
There you go.
So we don't have the award. You come and get a picture, you know? Congratulations.
Yeah. No, I'll say something for Joe though.
Good.
Yeah. Hey, how are you guys doing? My name is Austin Whitehead. I'm the incoming president for Coastal Association of Realtors. And a lot of people couldn't make it here today, but I did want to say a couple words for Joe. Me coming in and me getting into the board and me working up is a lot has to do with Joe. Joe has been a huge inspiration for me and getting into leadership and joining and getting more involved. Joe's the one that tapped me on the shoulder to take the chair position of the Government Affairs Committee, and he's the one that's really coached me through and as far as getting involved in your community. So I can't think of a better person to take this award than Joe, and I really looked up to him. So I'm really happy for him. Also for Vicky Harmon, she's been instrumental for me in my learning through leadership. So both of them, I'm very proud and honored to know both of them.
Thank you. Okay, John Harrison, Maryland Realtors 2020 president, will now come forward to present the Omega Tall Row Award.
Yes, it's me. Thought you got rid of me, didn't you? All right. The honorary fraternity of the Omega Tau Row, established in 1950 by the National Association of Realtors, recognizes realtors and select association staff members who provide dedicated and long-standing service to their local, state, and national realtor organizations. Membership in this national honor fraternity is represented by a medallion of service. Once the medallion is awarded, the recipient is a member for life. There are fewer than 160 members of Maryland Realtors in this organization. And that includes association staff members that are members of this fraternity. We have a number of Omega Tau Row fraternity members with us tonight. I'm sure half of them forgot their medallions, but you can stand anyway. So if we would please stand and recognize them and give them a little applause. And now, in recognition of her being recognized, who wrote that? Recognition of her being recognized, Realtor of the Year, today's recipient is Jen Klarman. Congratulations, Jen. And thank you for your additional dedicated service. Please come up and receive your medallion. Don't cry. Promise you won't cry. Nobody knew. She's surprised. She had no idea.
Say something John.
John just, on his way out, John said, "You miss me?" And I was like, "Well, yeah, except you were supposed to do something else." John, Tracina now returns to the stage.
Oh, it's like,
I don't need you. You
That's a
don't
stage
need you.
correction, that's not something you're
But how would you know?
That is too funny. You know you wanted to introduce me again. All right. We're like, who's next? Who's next? All right, so let's see. So, membership. Okay, congratulations again. Let's get, oh, first of all, congratulations to the beautiful lady that just was inducted into the honorary fraternity. I need to know where you got the dress and the shoes. Absolutely beautiful. We were admiring, weren't we? We were both admiring the front row. We're like, look at the shoes, look at the dress. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. All right, so here we are. Yeah, Christina now returns to the stage. Here we go. Congratulations. You know what? This is really, really an honor for you all. And I keep seeing what Yolanda put on Facebook earlier. She said, rain, sleet, no matter the weather, she's going to be here. And I applaud you all for being here too, to witness all of the award recipients. Job well done. So congratulations. Now, would Dee Dee Miller and Craig Wolf come join me on the stage? We're going to have Dee Dee say a few words about Craig. Did you know that, Craig? Okay.
Good evening. So I said to Craig just now, hey, we're next. Is there anything specific you want me to say? And he said, please be kind. So Craig and I we had a year like no other, I think. Between COVID, everything that we all dealt with. And I couldn't have asked for a better president-elect as the president of this association last year. And I am eternally grateful for his support, for a lot of text messages where I said, Craig, I really need you to call me now. Can I talk now? We need to talk now. Because you know what? He always said, yeah, I'm ready to call me now. And we had a lot that we did and went through, and I can't thank him enough, and I don't think he really knows the magnitude of the gratitude that I do feel for him in everything that he supported me along my way last year. So with that, I thank you immensely, and I think there's something in the script I'm supposed to say actually specifically. So thanks to Chris Jett, we are a really giving leadership team, because I just said, oh, I forgot my readers, and Chris handed me his. So here we go. So I have said my few words about Craig. We're good.
We're good.
It was all kind. So on behalf of Maryland Realtors, we thank you for your extraordinary dedication and hard work. And on behalf of our Realtor family, I want to present you with the President's Circle as your induction into this dedicated group of leaders, because you're now turning as past president, and I guess I'm out the door.
Oh, it's heavy.
Hold on, turn it around.
I have to tell you a fast story. Dee Dee did call me a lot. And I was out cutting the lawn one day. I had my earbuds in, and I had headphones on to keep quiet so I could hear the phone. And all of a sudden, I stopped the lawnmower, went down, sat on my patio, and Dee Dee said, "We have to talk." And I'm sitting there very calmly listening to her, and we're getting through some stuff. And as I'm talking to her, I noticed a 8-foot black snake runs right between my legs. And I'm proud to say that I did not scream when that call. I was pretty cool in that one. So, but she never knew it. But I just had to share that one. Can I give this to you so I don't drop it? Right before I think I have a few words I'd like to say, and if I could. Reflecting on my year as Maryland Realtors President, I can say without hesitation that it's been full of defining moments. Such moments are hard to predict in life, and like many, the people that come and go in your life are there. But I had the honor and privilege of working with so many, embracing them because ultimately we all had a goal to succeed. We have the luxury reflection, and we look back on these times and realize that it distinguishes and defines us in ways that gives us strength and the ability to persevere. The one word I like most to describe is resilience. It's the ability to recover from or to adjust from the change, as it describes perfectly what we've seen in our industry and our association over the past several years. This year presented big steps forward and more, I dare say, a new normal world, but we will not abandon the now normal because we have adapted well to things like hybrid meetings, which are here to stay. Any smart leader understands that the accomplishments are not theirs alone, and that's especially true today. And I have a lot of people I'd like to thank. Let me start by thanking each and every volunteer, from the first-year committee member to the vice chairs and chairs. The real work of the association is done in committee. A special thanks to the conference committee for their efforts to reimagine the Ocean City Conference. If you were there, everybody who was there said it was just a wonderful experience, and next year will be even better, and then go from there. So thank you to that committee. I also want to thank the contract task force who served, and especially Tom Dreschler, who chaired this group. I believe their efforts will meet with significant member appreciation. I would also like to congratulate and thank the local board presidents who have provided guidance and input. You have left your mark on the profession and your associations. You should be proud of what you accomplished. I would also like to thank the Maryland Realtor staff for their superhuman efforts over the past year. Kathleen, Colette, James, and Drew with their work on the task force and also the fair housing course. Dan, who can practically read my mind and assist me in so many ways. April, who kept me on point and in the right direction. Mark with RPAC, Patty with the numbers, and all the staff. Oops, one more. I certainly don't want to forget our CEO, Chuck Caskey. Working with you and learning from you the last 4 years has been extremely rewarding. Your passion, your vision, your leadership continue to move the association forward, and I will miss our regular interactions. I can't forget fellow officers Chris, and Yolanda, but you're in good hands. I also want to recognize the previous Maryland Realtor presidents who gave me guidance. Bonnie, Shelley, Boyd, Mary, John, Dale, Michael, Kathy, Joanne, Steve, Bill, and a special thanks to Dee Miller. I don't know how I would survive next year without you in the room. We worked closely together, and we accomplished some significant things. On a personal note, I'd like to thank Al Ingram. Without your vision, I would not be here today. Thank you for your mentorship and your friendship. I also want to thank my American Home Shield team who covered for me and supported me, allowed me to serve. And last but certainly not least, I want to acknowledge my wife and my best friend Peggy, who not only tolerates and supports all these efforts and events, but even is my go-to sounding board. My parents always said it's more rewarding to give than to receive, and for many, 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 many years, I thought they were dead wrong. I never understood why it wasn't better to get a gift than to give one. I just couldn't figure that one out. But somewhere along the way, I realized once again, I was wrong. The reward of serving have been endless. I was honored to be your president. I'm humbled, and I sincerely thank you for your support.
Well, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
It is my honor to install the directors who will lead the Maryland Association of Realtors in 2023. I'm going to ask the 2023 Board of Directors to present themselves by standing at their places. And that would be the at-large directors. You'll stand. Large firm directors, local board directors, diversity, equity, and inclusion advisory group directors, and the president and president-elect appointees. I'll be asking you a few questions and making a few statements, and at the end, I will ask if you agree. But for now, if you would just raise your right hand. State Association directors, do you solemnly and sincerely promise and affirm that you will administer the office of directors to the best of your ability and judgment in conformity with the bylaws of Maryland Realtors? That you will make decisions based solely upon the best interests of the Maryland Realtors? That you will not use the prestige and power of your office to your selfish advantage, but to the service of Maryland Realtors so that the interests of all of our members and the consumers that they serve are protected. That you believe in the Realtor Code of Ethics, that you will comply with the code and see that others do so too. That you will act with honor, justice, and enthusiasm, and you will treat all members equally. If you agree, will you state I will?
I will.
By virtue of the authority conferred upon me, I do hereby declare that you are duly and officially installed as the 2023 directors of the Maryland Realtors. Congratulations to all. I will now install the Maryland Realtor officers. And I'm going to ask if you would, as I call your name, if you will join me on stage. Seriously, on stage. On stage. The stage can handle it by us, I think. So I'm going to call President-elect Chris Hill, Secretary Cheryl Abrams Davis, Treasurer Chris Jack, immediate former President Craig Wolf. Through election to your respective positions, you assume the responsibility of leadership of the Maryland Realtors. You are now identified as Maryland Realtor officers dedicated to the best interests of the public and the welfare of our members. As elected officers, you are entering into an exciting adventure that comes through service. One secret to living is the art of giving. And so to you this year comes the privilege of service to your peers and learning that lasting happiness comes through the investment of your time, your unselfish interests in the lives of others. Your actions and decisions will be a guided, deep, and abiding concern for the welfare of our members and the best interests of the public, as well as the tremendous responsibility that comes through the investment of your time and your talents
for the best interests of the Maryland Realtors and our profession. At the end of a few questions, I will ask you to reply, "I do," if you agree. Yeah, it's a quiz at the end. So please, officers, raise your right hand. Will you solemnly and sincerely promise and affirm that you will administer the office to which you have been elected to the best of your ability and judgment in conformity with the bylaws of the Maryland Realtors? That you will treat all members equally? That you will not use the prestige and power of your office to your selfish advantage, but to the service of Maryland Realtors so that the interests of the members and the consumers they serve are protected? That you will, in all acts, be governed by the principles of honesty, justice, and fair play, and in every manner possible, endeavor to promote and safeguard the best interests of the Maryland Realtors and the welfare of our membership. If you agree, signify by saying, "I will."
I will.
By the virtue of the authority conferred upon me, I do hereby declare that you are duly and officially installed into your respective offices.
You good? Hear that?
How's everyone doing? All right?
Yeah.
Isn't this amazing just looking and witnessing all of this success and excellence? Let's give everyone a round of applause. Absolutely amazing. In fact, I just want to do a quick recap because they're worthy of some applause as well, more applause. First of all, I would like to acknowledge once again the 2021 President for Maryland Realtors, Dee Dee Miller. Thank you. The President's Circle, and also the words that you beautifully said about the 2022 President, Maryland Realtors, Craig Wolf. And Craig, what passionate, heartfelt words. I can tell that you truly love what you do. So what a beautiful, heartfelt speech. Congratulations for having a successful year in 2022. We can do better than that. Come on. We're ready to pass the gavel. Stand up again. Come on, why don't you stand up again? Let's give another round of applause. No, come on. Yes. Thank you. And also, the Board of Directors and Officers installation presented by Joanne Poole, 2005 President, Maryland Realtors. First of all, let's give it up to Joanne Poole. That's amazing. Joanne, stand up. Come on. Because you see, the thing about all of this, we have to remember from whence we came. Okay? So here we are presently getting ready to go into 2023. So with that, Joanne, thank you for the introduction of the Board of Directors and Officers installation. Let's give them another round of applause as well. Now here we are. At this time, it gives me great pleasure to bring to the stage Craig Muckle, who will install his lovely wife, Yolanda Muckle. Craig and Yolanda Muckle, please come to the podium at this time. Come on, let's make some noise! Let's listen up! Yes!
Good evening.
Good evening.
These are not readers, these are prescription. First of all, I do just want to take a quick moment to say I've done a lot of things in my career. I'm usually up here representing my company or my organization, running a press conference or some event. This is the first time I'm going to do this. And I have to say, in everything I've done between work and professional, and I referee basketball games in a highly competitive marketplace, I'm really nervous.
You shouldn't be.
Because I don't want to screw this up. This is very important, but you know, I'm honored. She could have asked someone with far more public stature than I have, and she asked me to do this. So, Yolanda, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Okay. Yolanda, it is my honor to install you as the 2023 President of the Maryland Realtors. Yolanda, as President of the State Association, you are charged with certain additional and important responsibilities and obligations. You must be a leader and an example, willing and enthusiastic, ready to serve the members. Please raise your right hand. Will you solemnly and sincerely promise and swear that you will administer the office of President of the Maryland Realtors to the best of your ability and in conformity with its bylaws? Will you, in all of your acts as President, be governed by the principles of honesty, justice, and fair play, and in every manner possible, endeavor to promote and safeguard the best interests of Maryland Realtors and its members, that you will treat all members equally, that you will not use the prestige and power of your office to your selfish advantage, but to the service of Maryland Realtors, so that the interests of the members and consumers they serve are protected. If you agree to everything I have read, will you please say, I will?
I will.
Hesitation there.
No.
By the virtue of the authority conferred upon me, I do declare that you, Yolanda Michelle Muckle, are duly and officially installed as the 2023 and the 75th President of the Maryland Realtors. Congratulations.
Wow. Wow. Congratulations. And at this time, I would like to bring Craig Wolf up to the stage for the passing of the gavel to Yolanda Muckle, the 75th President of Maryland Realtors.
You can't see this, but this is purple.
Oh my God. It's thank you. Okay, oh, did I already took it? Wow. Thank you everyone for being here this evening to welcome me and the rest of my Maryland Realtors Board colleagues for the 2022-2023 year. Before I continue, please join me in thanking Craig Wolf for his service during the past year. It has been a pleasure to work with you during your presidency, and I look forward to your continued service as our immediate past president. Well, actually, we're saying immediate former president. I must thank my family, without whom I would not be here today. Each of them have and will continue to play a significant role as I attend to my new duties. Thanks to my husband, Craig, daughters, Michelle, now a senior at Kent State University, and Madison and my son, Christopher, who are both high schoolers. My mother, Audrey Rainey, who is wearing my favorite color, my mom right there in purple. My aunts, Yvonne Brown, Gloria Street, affectionately known as Aunt Go-Go, and my Aunt Mary. My uncle Larry Knox, cousins Will and Yvette Jones, Renetta Pollard, Crystal Brown, Michael Brown Jr., and Brandon Coates, along with the other members of the Rainey Knox Muckle families who could not be here with us tonight. I love all of you. If I missed anyone, blame Craig because he compiled the list. I also need to acknowledge Long and Foster, particularly Boomer Foster, President, Kenneth Fagan, and Cindy Ariosa, Senior Vice President and Regional Managers, for their support and encouragement over the years. Thanks as well to my business partner, teammate, and BFF, Tanavia Greer. All of her support. I hope you've enjoyed tonight's festivities thus far. This is a celebration I envisioned, and for that, my sincere thanks to Shamika Price, who has been there every step of the way, and never hesitated to take my calls, respond to my texts at all hours of the day, night, who called me from Jamaica to make sure everything was okay. And I wanted to say one of the reasons why I continue to volunteer is the relationships that I've built and the friends that I've gotten along the way, and Shamika is one of them. Along with the entire Maryland Realtors team for creating an event I hope will be memorable to all. You've created an awesome affair for which I am extremely grateful. Everyone who ascends to this position has their own journey. If you ask my cousins, they are here, they will tell you they knew selling real estate was in my blood because I would frequently beat them in our marathon Monopoly games that sometimes would go on for days when we were growing up here in Baltimore, because this is my hometown. I have always been very competitive and wanted to win every game. Yes. Okay. I decided to pursue real estate as a career in 2003 after spending more than 15 years as an account executive for media, television, and radio stations, both here in Baltimore as well as in Washington, D.C. I wanted to work closer to home and have a greater schedule flexibility so I could spend time with my girls, Michelle and Madison at the time. And I also wanted to help people and families to buy their dream homes. For me, the journey to this day began in September of 2007, when I was accepted into the Maryland Realtors Leadership Academy, following the recommendation of Casey Lewis, who attended our church in Bowie. I owe a lot to her for encouraging me, for seeing the potential that I didn't realize I had at the time. As many of you know, the Leadership Academy is an 8-month program, mandating attendance in every session. I mention that because it was clear that 2 Muckles would be going on that journey. Literally, I found out after being accepted that we were going to have baby number 3, and that was Christopher. Aside from Christopher, I had a lot of great classmates. I know everyone believes their class is the best, but my leadership classmates included Mary Tobin and Russ Boyce. And Russ actually called me to apologize for not being here. And I was like, he has bronchitis. And I was like, just take care of yourself. But that was really special for him to give me a call. And they both actually went on to become presidents of Maryland Realtors. In fact, Russ recommended me for the National Association of Realtors Leadership Academy, from which I graduated in 2017. Thanks to both Mary and Russ for their friendship and support of my career. It is an absolute honor and privilege to stand here as the 75th president of Maryland Realtors. But a single head achieves nothing. So I'm asking for your support to achieve the growth and goals I have in mind for the association. The president only serves for 1 year, so I wanted to develop something that will continue well past my term. I've chosen to establish the Maryland Home Ownership Expo as my signature initiative. We have the MarylandHomeownership.com website with a wealth of information for both buyers and sellers, but a lot of our members don't know what the site offers, let alone consumers. I want this to be a big scale event, and with the Maryland Realtors hosting the expo, we can involve nonprofits, lenders, and realtors, and generate enough exposure among the public so they will think, I need to come and call and speak to a realtor. My second initiative focuses on the C2X, commitment to excellence. I want to have a challenge among all the state's local associations so they can compete for the $5,000 grant to further their promotional efforts of the C2X program, and ultimately for us to get it also. My third initiative, which is right in my wheelhouse, focuses on communications by having us expand and build our social media presence. We must give people a reason to visit our website and social media channels, which means enhancing our content. The first pillar of our strategic plan is to connect and engage with our diverse membership, associations, and consumers to provide compelling information about the value realtors bring to the real estate transaction as well as communities we serve. Finally, I want to continue something that was started years ago and initiated again by our outgoing president, Craig, the regional roundtables. Getting out and visiting our members around the state, hearing what they like us to do and what we should be doing in the community. As mentioned, engagement with members and consumers is a part of our strategic plan, and this is a great way to extend our reach. With the grace of God and the cooperation of my fellow members, I will devote my time and myself to the obligations and the duties of this position. Thank you very much. I look forward to the upcoming year. And with that being said, they are going to clear the stage and you'll see what's behind and continue to eat, drink, and have a great time.